think we've done enough to try to help veterans as they return home. There's varying counts of the amounts of suicide that are committed daily by veterans. There's also, we know the hundreds of thousands of troops coming
More
home
double talk.
who have PTSD. And my experience
again,
is
PTSD. PTSD has become the new PMS. That's it. Now that's an excuse now all of a sudden. All of a sudden it's the new PMS now, PTSD. Everyone has it. Everyone's suffering. Everyone's a victim. Nobody can cope. Everybody needs drugs. Everybody needs a shrink. That may not be the reason, sir. It could be that he's drugged to death. It could be the fact that the military is, let me back up. There's too much at one time here. We are talking about the shooting at Fort Hood. It's because the soldiers were not armed that they were shot down like ducks in a barrel. Let me repeat that for those of you who are gunophobic in New York City on the Upper West Side. Those of you who jump when a truck backfires. Those of you who hate the police and call the police when a truck backfires thinking there's a terrorist event and they're coming for you personally. More guns means less death on a military base. Had there been arms on every soldier's hip, after that gun went off and everybody pulled a gun, he would have been dead after the first or second shot. And there wouldn't be a strew of victims lying on the floor. The same with Nidal Hasan. Now you have to ask yourself, why? What? Savage, you're telling me that soldiers are disarmed? I didn't know that. How is that possible? Well, one of Bill Clinton's first acts as president after taking office in 1993 was to disarm American servicemen on U.S. military bases. And, of course, he then proceeded to gut the U.S. military, by the way, closing one base after another, forcing senior servicemen into retirement in droves. No wonder he wanted those bases disarmed. But that was 20 years ago, and the world has changed dramatically since 1993. Our military installations, because they are gun-free zones, did you hear what I just said? Our military bases are like Sandy Hook Elementary School. They've now become targets for Muslim terrorists, and still the cowards with brass on their shoulders refuse to lift Clinton's ban of our military men. I will continue on this path in a moment, but I want to do a flashback so you know that this is not coming from me just today. Neil, this was done a few years ago. I think it was done at the time of the Fort Hood massacre, the first one. Clip number 2. Let's listen to what I said then. Talking about the insane liberals like Schumer, Durbin, and others who are talking about gun control, and idiots such as Nadler in New York saying that only the government should have the power to kill, which is astounding to me. And I've given you the record of what happened after gun control in various countries. But let me bring it home to you so you can have something to argue about this over Christmas with. Fort Hood massacre. Clinton disarmed soldiers on military bases. So the death of all these people at the Fort Hood military base really falls on the hands of Bill Clinton. But you'll never hear that in the media. Did you hear what I just said to you? Why was one Muslim major, Nidal Hasan, able to walk onto a military base with a few handguns and kill 13 and wound 32? Why was there no return fire? Because our troops were disarmed by Bill Clinton, quote, to stop potential violence. And what happened as a result of Clinton's gun control? The rest is history. The Fort Hood massacre. Muslim Major Nidal Hasan had the gun. The soldiers couldn't defend themselves. They were massacred. Well, that was then. Now, there's another story that I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up again. And I'm the only one in the country, in the media, that I know of putting two and two together. I'm not sure there's a relationship, but I'm not sure there isn't a relationship. Last Friday, there was an alert put out by the FBI, and the alert had a title on it. The alert was sent out by the FBI's Kansas City division on Friday and distributed through the United States Marine Corps. The alert had a title, and the title was, quote, Planned Fort Hood-Inspired Jihad Against U.S. Soldiers by Army Recruit, close quote. And it was issued to inform and protect officers who may encounter this individual or others exhibiting the same aspirations.